Today is episode number 1257. Topic title for today: Decide to become rich. Decide to become rich. And when I say rich, I'm not just talking about money. Okay, so don't go ahead and turn me into compliance because it's not just about money. What I want to focus on today is decide to become rich in all the areas of your life. And on the first part, I at least want to give you an example in the category of money, just because it's easy for people to understand different analogies and stuff like that. A lot of you today, you're working right now for money. You're at a job working for money. Maybe you have your own business or something, but there is a probability that you may become a millionaire in the course of your lifetime. If you think about like your total earnings, you'll become a millionaire. But the problem is that your bank accounts and your investments don't actually show it. And so, for example, in the United States of America, and I can only use this example just because I know, because I live here, one family in 20 has a net worth of more than $1 million. So basically, you take their total assets, their cash accounts, their investments, and you have to basically minus out, credit card debt, car loans, home loans, and all that stuff. And they'd have a net worth after they minus all that stuff out, at least $1 million. So this means that your likelihood of acquiring $1 million is 1 in 20 or 5%. And so here's your job. Your job is to improve the odds in your favor. Now, this is what I talk about every single day when we're doing calls on how to improve the odds in your favor to be making progress towards the goals and the targets that you have. So if you set clear, written down goals, if you make detailed plans and you continually upgrade your skills to increase your income, you increase the probability that you will earn a great living. I can't give you any guarantees of an amount because we just can't do that. But I don't care if it's with trading. I don't care if it's with your job, a business, whatever else it is that you're doing. Your job is to upgrade your skills, to constantly be learning, constantly be growing, constantly be progressing. If you study money, you study investments. What I tell people, and I'm not a licensed financial advisor, by the way, but this is just general advice. What I tell people is to strive to save and put aside 10 to 20% of your money every single month. Now, I have some people like, Brandon, those numbers are crazy. I can't even save 5%. If I were to break down numbers of most people's bills, they could find a way to at least put down 10% every single month. I just told this to my son Carson the other day. You have to auto sweep that money to another account. You got to pretend if it's, as if it's just gone every month, almost like it's taxes or tithing or charity or something like that. Now, what I do when I set aside this money is I keep tight control over the expenses. I look at them every 24 hours. I minimize my liabilities and expenses. Then I focus on the long term. See, most people are focused on just making it to the end of the week or the end of the month. The problem is there's too much month left at the end of the money. What's going to happen is you can eventually become a millionaire if you want to, because it's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of probabilities. It's math. Why do people start off with high levels of desire and determination and they ultimately succeed? I'm going to tell you, they just keep going, right? They keep trying. And by the law of probabilities, they finally win because people create their own luck by not giving up. So throughout your life, you have to constantly be thinking about all the things that you can do in every area to increase the probabilities that you will be successful in achieving your goals, that you should leave nothing to chance. You should refuse to wish or hope or trust luck. You've got to take control of your situation because you, my friends, are responsible. Nobody else. You're responsible for your achievements, your financial success, your health success. And only after the fact that you accept everything, take personal responsibility, that you're ever going to become who you were designed to be. It is completely up to you. It's up to nobody else. It's not up to your spouse, though it can be helpful. It's not up to your brother, your sister. It's not up to your parents. It's up to you. So you've got to take complete responsibility for your life. Look, prosperity pillar number one, I've told this now for 7 years. Take personal responsibility for your life, okay? Because your life is your own. It's nobody else, right? You're the one that decides what time you want to get out of bed every day. Your action or lack of action, the most important quality that self-made millionaires will use to explain their success is the habit of hard work. Yes, connections, atmosphere, environment, all those things, but working hard. You've got to think and grow rich, but it's thought coupled with actions. Okay? It's execution is going to help you get rich. Faith without works is dead. Okay? Those who become self-made millionaires, they start earlier. They work harder. They stay later. In fact, if you read any of the studies on self-made millionaires, I remember years ago, I read The Millionaire Next Door. Okay? They work an average of 59 hours a week. Think about that. 59 hours a week, that's a lot. How many millionaires do you think are just taking the day off today? Probably not. The very fact that someone else has achieved a particular financial goal is proof that it's possible for you. They're not smarter than you, right? They've just done those little things that make a big difference in the end. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, how badly do I want it? If you want to be successful in any area, you've got to find out what other successful people have done to succeed in that area. And then you do the same thing over and over and over again until you get the same result, or at least close to the same result. What I've done, I tell people, you find a mentor who's where you want to be and you follow them. That's what I did at 19. It was my brother. Then it was another guy named Lennon. I was just kind of following, and then it became Mitch Hume and stuff like that. I started following different people who were where I wanted to be and said, I am willing to do those things too. And eventually what starts to happen is you start to duplicate the exact same results that they have, maybe even in different areas, or at least within reason. Heck, you may even surpass them. And so you've got to decide today and this year to become rich. When I talk about becoming rich, I'm not just talking about finances. I want to be the uncommon father. I think so far, I have been the uncommon father. I think most fathers out there are not doing the things that they really need to do to become an elite father. I want to be the uncommon husband. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. I got faults like everybody else. But I can tell you, as a husband, and if you were to talk to my wife, I have been the uncommon husband. I do things that a lot of other husbands, frankly, are just not willing to do. I want to be the uncommon businessman. I know with all these years and even decades, I have been the uncommon businessman, yet I'm going to take it to another level. I want to become the uncommon spiritual leader. See, I'm talking about the gospel every single day of my life, 7 days a week. I want to be a spiritual leader in my home, spiritual leader out in public. I want to set the example. I want to model for them in word and action how we should be. I want to have the uncommon physical body. That doesn't mean I need to look like Mr. Olympia. It means that I can stay in great health for many years. If you see a before picture when I was 20 years old and today I'm 43, almost 44 years old, I can tell you my body does not look like the average 43-year-old. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, you've got to make a decision, because that's really what it comes down to, is making the decision. It is simply a decision, deciding to become rich. I made the choice to love my wife every day, even when I don't feel like it. Because love is not a feeling, it's a choice. It is a decision that you make every single day. You've got to decide that you're not going to live anymore in lack and poverty. You've got to decide that you're going to become abundant. In fact, abundance is already here. It's your birthright. You've got to decide that you're going to become debt-free, that you're already debt-free. You've got to decide that you're going to live a life today over the next 12 months of this year that maybe that you could have never imagined before. And it's hard to see it when you feel broken, beat down by life, okay? Now, what starts to happen is it will actually start to materialize in your life day by day, week by week, month by month. I'm going to tell you, friends, it is not a miracle. It's math. When you visualize and you make the decision that no more, because I remember I said this back in 2004, I said, no more of this. I'm getting myself, I am going to do X, Y, Z, and I won't tell you the goals I had at the time because it'd be non-compliant. I'm not going to live like this anymore. And then you put it in place, the actions that I've outlined on this. I promise you that you can live the life that many other people do not get to live. I made the decision at 19 that I was going to become rich, but not just financially, in all the areas of life. And the good news is that you can do the exact same thing. If you're deciding to become rich in all the areas of your life and you want whole life success, not just financial success, go ahead, whether you're on social media right now or the Zoom, go ahead inside the chat or the comments and put a 111 inside of it. If you decided this year, I'm going to become rich in all the areas of my life, not just finances, not just physically, not just spiritually, I'm going to become rich and I'm going to have whole life success. With that, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this call. I hope that you have a great Monday. Happy holiday again. This is a brand new year. I'm excited about this year. I'm excited about everything that is going to come pass and everything that's coming to pass right now in your life. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Thanks, everyone.